Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Preston, and this is a video on my reaction about Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. And I know that Canelo, he's going to be fighting William Skull, but I'm not really worried about that fight realistically. I don't think really anybody is, unless if you're a William Skull fanboy, and stuff like that. But that's the thing, and there's nothing wrong with it because I'm a big fan of Terence Crawford, but I'm a big fan of reality, and stuff like that, but yeah, and stuff, first of all, my thoughts on this fight, and stuff, like, I honestly think this fight, honestly, is a good fight. Is it a risky fight for Terence Crawford? Abso-fucking-lutely, it's a risky fight. But the thing is, though, it's also a big fight for Canelo. Not just on, like, views and buys and stuff like that. But I feel like because, I just feel like this fight is his toughest fight, when it comes down to technique and just boxing realistically. Just, this is his toughest fight, in my opinion, of Canelo's career, in my opinion, and stuff. Because it's like, Terence Crawford, like, yes, he's naturally smaller. But the thing is, though, is that, like, if Jermell Charlo was able to hang in there, like, that's the thing. And it's like, I know Jermell Charlo got beat up by Canelo, and I know Canelo proved that he's bigger. But the thing is, Jermell Charlo is not Terence Crawford. I can tell you right now, Terence Crawford would stop Jermell Charlo if they fought each other right now. I'm telling you right now, Terence would stop Jermell Charlo, and that's the thing. And I'm not saying that's gonna matter and stuff like that, but it's just, like, Terence is a tough fighter, man. It's like, you've seen what he did against Errol Spence. I know Errol Spence is not no Canelo, and I understand that. I completely and utterly get that. But, it's just more, on the other hand, it's like, Terence is like, all he needs is one punch sometimes. I just don't think I just don't think Canelo has faced somebody that can punch like Terence. Sorry if I messed the view up and stuff like that on the last video and stuff, but I'm still going to include it into the video. But basically, that's the thing. And I just feel like it's going to be a tough fight, man, for both fighters. And I just feel like a lot of people are underestimating Terence on what he can do. Because people act like, sorry, that was just, the piping and stuff in my house. But, people act like Canelo is, like, all this much bigger. First of all, both fighters, are like basically the same height. Or I think Terence is like 5'10", Canelo's I think 5'8". So I think Terence has the height advantage. Like he has the height advantage, and that's the thing. And I know that that doesn't matter. But going against somebody like Terence Crawford and stuff like that, it's gonna matter, and stuff. Because Terence Crawford, all this dude knows how to do is pop. Like, that's the thing. Like it proved in the Errol fight. It proved in the Israel Madrimov fight. It proved in the Kell Brook fight. And proved in a lot of those fights. People can say whatever they want that Terence, he didn't have like that competitive opposition. Like, he had he's a good fighter. Like, literally, like, this dude is a good fighter. Like, that's the thing, and I just don't get it, and stuff. But I just feel like Terence really needs to get his respect, when it comes down to in this fight, and stuff. Like, people are really underestimating this dude. Like, they really are underestimating him. But at the same time, these little Canelo fan boys and stuff that are, the ring officials, and stuff. Not the ring officials, but that are like the judges, excuse me, and stuff. I have a fear that they're just not gonna want Canelo to lose. But it's just at the same time, though, it's like, if they did fight each other, I feel like they would get, both fan bases, with the judges. One from Canelo, one from Terence, and stuff like that. But no matter what, I just feel like they need to make it even. So then, one judge would be, from each fan base. Like, one would be from Canelo, one would be from Terence, one wouldn't be from any fan base, and stuff. But that's the thing, because these are two extremely prized fighters right here. But let's run through these boxers' record, these prime fighters' records. So, let's start off with Canelo Alvarez, Saul Canelo Alvarez. But anyways, but yeah. Canelo Saul Alvarez, and stuff, or Saul Canelo Alvarez. He is 62, 2-2. His two losses came from Money Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather, and Dimitri Bivol. And then his draws came from Triple G, and then I don't know who his other freaking draw came from, and stuff like that. Let me go look. Oh, shit, well. But yeah, this is the guy that Canelo Alvarez had a draw against. Damn. 8-30-3. That is a very ass record right there. But basically, yeah, though, but damn, though, 8-30-3, like that, or 3 and whatever, like that. Like, I kind of forgot already, but all I know is that record is ass, though. Like, literally, like, that is the worst record ever right there. I mean, it's better than no wins, but but off topic. But I'm just saying, though, but like, Canelo is 62, 2-2. Terence Crawford is a perfect 41-0, and stuff, with 31 knockouts. Let me repeat that. 41-0 with 31 knockouts. That is Terence Bud Crawford. But yeah, though, man, it's like, if these two, like, when these two fight, I'm definitely looking forward to this fight, and stuff. I feel like it's definitely going to be it's going to be a worth pay-per-view to watch. And I'm expecting the undercard, and stuff, to be packed, and stuff, because, like, this is a very big fight, and stuff. And Rida, and stuff, Turkey Al-Sheikh's company, he is promoting the fight. So I'm definitely, expecting it to be, a big time, fight, not just the main event. But, this is going to be, a very good fight, though. But again, though, people need to not doubt Terence Crawford. Yes, Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. But again, no, you cannot count out Terence Crawford, man. It's just like, you can't. Regardless, it's like, it's not like he's fighting at heavyweight. It's like, he's going up like 2 weight classes, like, than his natural weight class. But like, if Canelo can do it, in my opinion, I feel like Terence Crawford can do this no problem, in my opinion. But I'm going to break down what these fighters need to do to winning this fight. So I'm going to start off with the underdog, Terence Bud Crawford. So basically what Terence Bud Crawford needs to do to winning this fight, what he needs to do is, first off, put on some weight. That's the thing. Put on some weight. Healthy weight. Put on that weight. Whatever weight is, put it on. And stuff like that. Put on that weight. But then basically what he needs to do is that he needs to fight his normal fight. But he needs to fight as the taller fighter. Like, he needs to be the ring general. Because I know with both these fighters are going to be taking the chance, to trying to take advantage of each other, and stuff like that, and, and there's going to be rounds where Terence does that, rounds where Canelo does that. But when Terence takes the advantage, what Terence needs to do is that he needs to box. He needs to utilize the ring. He needs to throw his hands. He can't just shoot his jab. A little jab, the thing is, a little jab is not going to do nothing, and stuff like that. Like, Terence has a beautiful jab, an accurate jab. He can sneak that jab in. But no matter what, Canelo's going to walk through those jabs. No matter what you think, Terence, Canelo's gonna walk through your shots if you're just gonna just shoot a jab and stuff, so basically, and stuff, like, Terence, he needs to, like, no matter what, bring combos. Make sure that those are hard combos, like there's 10 punches with those combos at least, and stuff. Like, I'm not saying, like, to always throw 10 punches, but I'm saying, like, that's, like, the goal is to throw 10 punches. But, but no matter what, throw more than 1 to 2 to, like, 3 punches, like, that's the thing. Like, you gotta throw, like, 3 up to, like, 5 punches, and stuff like that. Regardless, even if it's a jab, and stuff. You need to shoot, like, 5 jabs then, and stuff like that. You need to be the ring general, like, you cannot let Canelo walk through you. When you sense that Canelo is walking through you, and stuff like that, what you need to do is that, when Canelo's walking through you, is that you need to utilize that ring. You need to move across that ring. It's like every single time you sense that, move across that ring. No matter what, move across that ring, and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, really move across that ring, and shoot that jab, and utilize your footwork and take, the angles off of Canelo, and stuff like that, because Canelo, soon once he figures out that, he can't do anything about what a fighter's doing, he's just gonna walk forward. He's just gonna, just handle the punches because he knows he has a good chin. He's gonna keep his tight guard up, and stuff. And then basically, when he keeps his tight guard up, then he's going to try to walk through you. You need to utilize that jab. You need to utilize those combos. You need to utilize that power, and stuff like that to keep Canelo away from you, and stuff. Because once Canelo's in that range, he'll do anything he wants. Anything. It's hard to get out of Canelo's range at that point. And the biggest thing, he cannot make it where he struggles on those rounds. Even when he wins those rounds, he cannot struggle. When he struggles, even if he won the fight and if he struggled, and stuff on winning that fight, he cannot struggle. Because if he struggles, the judges are going to give it to this man, Canelo Alvarez, and stuff. They're just going to give it to Canelo, and stuff like that. So that's the thing, he needs to make sure that this fight is not close, and stuff. Or at least whenever the rounds, is close, he needs to make sure that his work is doing enough where he's the man in the ring, that he's the man of the fight, and stuff like that. He cannot just let Canelo just where he's letting his punches loose. Canelo just gets the best of him all the time. He cannot let that happen. Because if he does, he's literally just going to lose. But on to Canelo Alvarez. What Canelo needs to do to winning this fight, he needs to utilize his strength. The thing is, though, is that the one thing he can't just walk through Terence Crawford. He can't just think that he could just go, keep, stalking forward and stuff like that, he can, and stuff, but he can't just expect that, everything is just gonna go his way, and stuff like that, because, if he thinks that, Terence Crawford is gonna definitely make him pay, and stuff like that. So he needs to make sure that, if he is coming forward, he needs to either bait Terence Crawford into getting into his range, which Canelo doesn't really oftenly do. He usually likes to go like to be baited, into, the fight, and stuff like that. But if Canelo wants to win this fight, he's going to have to do that, and stuff at occasions where he's going to have to be the backwards fighter, he has to fight backwards and stuff like that, and he has to be the counter puncher, and that leads up to what he needs to do is to be the counter puncher, because if he is the counter puncher and stuff like that, I feel like that, that regardless of what Terence can do, I just feel like he can't get out what he would want into winning a fight, and stuff like that, and I feel like that's going to be the biggest tool for Canelo is, counter punching, because if he counters him, it's going to be hard, and stuff like that, because it's because sometimes Canelo counters, it's even if you're ready, it's sometimes it's hard to stop those counters. Because, yeah, man, if Canelo just starts counterpunching, because if Canelo starts counterpunching Crawford, I just feel like that's going to be something that's going to be, something that's going to be very hard to resist, and stuff. Because, Crawford, he's a great fighter, but it's just, Canelo, if he counterpunches, he could just mix everything up with this counterpunching and just wait for the opportunity to counterpunch, and then that's when he just lets off everything. And I just feel like that's something big for him to do, and stuff, because you've seen a couple of times in Crawford's career where it's even against Madrimov, Errol Spence, you had a couple times where Crawford would struggle against counterpunching, and stuff. So Canelo has to really make that happen in this fight and create adjustments with that. Because the one thing with Crawford, what he tends to do whenever he gets counterpunched and he needs to make an adjustment, sometimes it's he doesn't exchange. Sometimes he does a little basic punches, and stuff like that. So then basically, like, so that's like the chance to where you can take advantage of Crawford. And then that's where Canelo can start just mauling him, hitting him with lefts and rights and just beating him up, and that's the thing, and I just feel like, like that's the chance for Canelo to just utilize his advantage, because it's like, because Terence, it's like, he, like, sometimes, he doesn't react very well to getting counterpunched. And then, like, he kind of sits back. He kind of moves around the ring, and stuff. A lot of fighters do that. But it's just going against Canelo is just you use those little moments, and stuff to winning a fight. When it comes down to big fights. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm Preston. Thank you all for watching. Peace out.